Without Cole Palmer and a natural center back, Chelsea still managed to pull off a crucial 2-1 victory over league champions Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. Estevan Willian sealed the win with a dramatic late goal, ending Chelsea's 2-game losing streak in the Premier League. Now, let's take a closer look at the tactical approaches Enzo Maresca and Arne Slot deployed in this game. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And apologies for the late upload. We're working hard to bring you faster match analyses and complete coverage of Chelsea, Arsenal, and Manchester United games, along with key Champions League fixtures from other top teams. Chelsea lined up in a 4-2-3-1 formation, with Josh Akayampong and Benoit Badiashile both making their first starts of the season, as Tosin Adarabioyo joined the growing injury list at the club. Arne Slot's men also set up in a 4-2-3-1, matching Chelsea's shape from the start. When Chelsea were in possession, they looked to build up patiently from the back, deliberately inviting Liverpool's press deep into their own half. Chelsea's build-up approach depended heavily on which center-back had the ball. When Benoit Badiashile was in possession, he looked to play line-breaking passes into central areas, often picking out Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, Malo Gusto, or Marc Cucurella. At times, he also attempted long diagonal passes to the wide forwards to stretch Liverpool's shape. In contrast, when Josh Akayampong had the ball, he preferred to drive into midfield, often carrying the ball past Liverpool's first line of pressure to progress play himself. Liverpool, meanwhile, defended in a mid-block 4-4-2, with Isak and Salah forming the first line of pressure. Their main instruction was clear. While pressing, they had to keep Chelsea's fullbacks, Reece James and Marc Cucurella, in their cover shadows, cutting off passing lanes toward them. Isak was tasked with blocking passes toward James, while Salah was responsible for closing off the route to Cucurella. However, Salah's pressing lacked intensity, allowing Cucurella to remain wide and free to receive the ball and launch attacks. This lapse created numerical superiority for Chelsea on the left flank, where they often found 3v2 or 2v1 overloads. As a result, most of Chelsea's attacks came from that side, with Garnacho repeatedly finding himself in 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 1 situations against Connor Bradley throughout the first half. When Liverpool defend in a well-structured shape, Enzo Maresca's Chelsea looked to manipulate that structure by inverting one or both fullbacks into midfield. This often sees Gusto and Enzo Fernandez drop inside to join Caicedo, creating numerical superiority in the central zones and facilitating overloads in the half spaces. At the same time, Chelsea's wide attackers, Pedro Neto and Alejandro Garnacho, maintain their width, pinning Liverpool's full-backs and stretching the defensive line horizontally. This positioning forces Liverpool into a tactical dilemma. Do they commit extra players centrally to support the press, or do they maintain a compact defensive block to protect the flanks and space in behind? When Liverpool stepped forward to engage in the press, Maresca's men exploit this by dropping João Pedro into the false 9 role, positioning himself between the lines to receive vertical passes. His movement draws Virgil van Dijk or Ibrahima Konate out of position, disorganizing Liverpool's defensive line. Upon receiving, João Pedro often plays a first-time progressive pass into the path of the wide runner, usually Garnacho, who makes a diagonal run into the vacated channel behind the center-back. This third-man combination pattern occurred several times during the match, allowing Chelsea to break through Liverpool's defensive block and attack the exposed space in transition.